Okay, I'm back. I had to work again on my memory and my storage, and hopefully I got it fixed now. I left off at I just got done reading chapter 33 of Genesis, where it says he erected there an altar and called it El Elohi Israel, which means the God of Israel. Verse or chapter 34. And Dana, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. And his soul clave unto Dana, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dana his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel.
Motion detected at the front door.
Because, let's see, in lying with Jacob's daughter, which thing ought not to be done. He took the daughter of Jacob and he raped her, and he had no right to do this. They weren't married. He did not have the husband's right to be with her. But he's trying now to remedy that after the fact. The evil has already been done. Verse 8, and Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you, give him to wife, and make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take your daughters unto you, and ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto his father, and Shechem said unto her father, not his, her father, and unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me, I will give. Would things have been different had he, saw her and instead of raping her, if he would have went with his father and asked for her hand in marriage, would Jacob have done it? I don't think he would have, but we don't know because that's not what happened. But he's going about things the wrong way. And when we go about things the wrong way, it says, when we live by the sparks of our fire, this will we have of God. We will lie down in sorrow. So there's going to be consequences to Shechem for what he did. I'm not going to say the consequences were right, because again, the sons take matters in their own hand, which let's read on and we'll see that. So he says, what ye shall say unto me, I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father. What's the next word? Deceitfully. So they're plotting and planning now. And said, because he had defiled Dana their sister. They're plotting and planning because of the rape. Verse 14, and they said unto them, we cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach unto us. But in this will we consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us. And we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. But if ye will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone. And how did the Hivites, react to this? Verse 18 said, and their words pleased Hamor and Hamar's son. So they agreed to do it. And the young men deferred not to do the thing, because it says the young men deferred not, or they didn't reject it, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. So apparently the reason why he raped her in the first place is it's what they did. But he wanted to do what was right. He wanted to make amends. It says he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem his son came unto the gate of their city, and communed with the men of their city, saying, these men are peaceable with us. Are they really? Therefore let them dwell in the land, and trade therein for the land. Behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the men consent unto us, for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised, as they are circumcised. Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. So it sounds like that they had all things in common, and that was their custom, that if they were part of the village, it said, then their cattle will be our cattle, and their substance and every beast of theirs will be ours. So I guess it was communal property. 24, and unto Hamor and unto Shechem his sons hearkened all that went out of the gate of his city, and every male was circumcised, all that went out of the gate of his city. And it came to pass on the third day, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came upon the city boldly, and slew all the males. And they slew Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house, and went out. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain, and spoiled the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their sheep, and their oxen, and their asses, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives took they captive, and spoiled even all that was in the house. So they don't kill just Shechem, the rapist, but they kill everyone, and they take everything that's there, even the children, even their wives. Guess they make their wives and children slaves. What does Jacob think about all this? Verse 30. And Jacob said to Simeon and to Levi, ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And I being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. And they said, should he deal with our sister as with a harlot? They basically say, hey, we didn't do anything wrong. He deserved it. So what's going to go happen next? Chapter 35. And God said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make there an altar unto God, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. We don't hear a word of reproach here from God. God just tells him to arise and go to Bethel, go somewhere else. I guess he, I don't know if he just abandons the property that he bought. I don't know. Verse 2, and then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him. Okay, this next sentence kind of tells you about the women and the children that they just got. Then Jacob said unto his household and all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments. And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make there an altar unto God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. Verse 4, and they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears. And Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem. So he left them behind, because it says next, after he buried them in Shechem, it says, and they journeyed. And the terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. So God protected Jacob and his sons, even though they took matters in their own hands and did what they did. Because it says, and the terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. Verse 6, so Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar and called the place El Bethel, because there God appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother. But Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak, and the name of it was called I'm going to pronounce it. It's Allon, Al-on Bakoth. And I don't know if that's right or not. And God appeared unto Jacob again. Why did God appear unto Jacob? Because Jacob sought the face of God, which is pastor. He said, that's what we need to do. We go to God and we seek help. We go to God and we seek him to bless us. But when do we go to God? Just to be with God and to commune with God. So God told Jacob to go to Bethel, and he goes and he worships God there. And in worshiping God, he said, before we can worship God, we got to put away all the other gods. We can't have a relationship with the God of all the earth and hang on to our false gods. So in verse 9, and God appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padam Aram, and blessed him. And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. So this is the second time God reminds Jacob that, your name is Israel now. Because we're a new creature in God. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. So he's received again the blessing and promise of God. And I think a new thing, it says, and kings shall come out of thy loins. Which I think God told that to Abraham and to Sarah. Verse 13, and God went up from him in the place where he talked with him. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone. And he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured oil thereon. And Jacob called the name of the place where God spake with him Bethel, which is what he also called it when he saw the ladder. And they journeyed from Bethel, and there was but a little way to come to Ephrath, Ephrath, I think is how it's pronounced. And Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor. And it came to pass when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. And it came to pass, as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name Ben-Anoi, but his father called him Benjamin. And Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave. That is the pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Edar. So in verse 20, it says, and Jacob set a pillar on her grave. And in the next verse, it says, and Israel journeyed. So now the Bible uses his name that God gave him. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. His last son was born. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon and Levi and Judah and Issachar and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, Gad and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob, which were born to him in Padan Aram. Verse 27, and Jacob came unto Isaac his father, unto Mamre, unto the city of Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned. And the days of Isaac were 180. So Isaac lived to be 180 years old. But notice that Israel and Isaac are reunited. And it says in verse 27, Jacob came unto Isaac his father, unto Mamre, unto the city of Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned. So at this time, is Abraham still alive? Could be. Did Abraham get to see his son's son and meet his grandson? Okay, and the last verse of today's reading is, and Isaac gave up the ghost and died and was gathered unto his people, being old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. And I ended all this with the blessing of God is to be honored in death. He was buried by his sons and mourned by his family. And what happens to the wicked? They aren't necessarily buried or mourned. Like Jezebel. There was nothing left of her to be buried because the dogs ate her flesh. They only didn't eat her palms and I think her feet. And I think Ahab, the same thing. He was wicked. All right, well, we're done reading for the day. Here is my paper. Here's my pen that I had. Probably fell inside the couch because I know I had a pen. Let me back this up. See if I can find my pen. I got another one. But I don't want the pen to be stuck in the couch cushions. It's not stuck in my Bible. Sticking my hand down in the cushion to look for it. I don't feel it. Okay, I'll use this one and mark off today. So I'm finished with today's reading. This is my goal, 1 year Bible reading plan for 2024. And what is my goal? To be daily in the Word. And as of today, January 11th, I have 11 stars. God is helping me to be daily in the Word. All right. And this video is 21 minutes long, and I will stop here and upload it. And I'm going to delete my videos after I upload them, which will free up camera space. And I deleted, thousands of pictures today. All the pictures that were on my camera, they're gone. I deleted them. So they're only out there on Facebook where I uploaded them. Because my internal storage is 128 gigabytes. And videos take up a lot of gigabytes. So I'm going to end here and wish everybody God's blessings on your life. And anybody that watches this and enjoys it, you can message me and let me know that you watched it. And I guess that's all. Bye-bye.